What is going on, y'all? Welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to be discussing and reviewing Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League. First things first, if you haven't watched it, clear a nice 4 to 5 hour space where you can watch it. It's about 4 hours long, you know. I say 5 just to give yourself a extra hour in there to go to the bathroom or do whatever you gotta do. Or you can just pause it, whatever. But it's 4 hours long. Goes more in depth with the story. Get some more cyborg stuff, you know, a little bit more on the Flash. We already know what's up with Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Batman for the most part. It's not bad. The runtime, they crammed a lot in that 4 hours. I wish it would have been shorter, but it's definitely better than the original cut. Now, the original cut, one of the main complaints was, the CGI, which I agree with. The CGI was terrible. The overall story was pretty lackluster as well. I'm not really a huge fan of the DCEU universe anyway. It's not really for me. I'm not a big DC fan at all. The only reason I keep up with what's going on with DC is basically because I'm a huge Joker fan. And of course, that's how they looped me into watching this 4 hours. They showed a preview with a scene with the Joker in it. And I was hoping it was going to be more than just, that scene at the end in the dream. But it is what it is. We'll get into my love for the Joker in another video. I'm going to do a full dive into all the Jokers that have been viewed over the years. But that's how they hooked me. So I watched it, and far better than the first one. I like the storyline a lot better. The first storyline was just kind of meh. I like the introduction of Darkseid. I still don't like what they did with Superman, the whole bringing him back to life and he doesn't know who or what he is at first, and then all of a sudden he just sees Lois Lane and it's just, he goes off on a weird romantic getaway with her to figure out who he is. I don't like that at all. Yeah, he died, and I've never died before, but I've never heard of somebody being resurrected and not remembering who they are. Maybe that's just me. It's just a pet peeve of mine. It didn't make sense to me. But I like how they redesigned Steppenwolf. I like how they introduced Darkseid. Steppenwolf in the first one was pretty lame. I mean, this one was better, but like I said, yeah, I could have done without Steppenwolf. Another thing that annoyed me is Darkseid forgetting what planet he left his ultimate weapon on. How do you forget that? I don't know. That annoyed me too. How you gonna forget your ultimate weapon on a planet where some beings came together and whooped your ass? You forget that? I've been in a few fights in my day, and if anybody even came close to whooping my ass, I didn't forget who they were. But that's me. I guess Darkseid's too busy doing other things. I felt like Aquaman, I like the Aquaman movie better than what he's done in the Justice League movie. Of course, he doesn't join the team, and then of course, Atlantis gets attacked, and then he just randomly shows up. A lot of it seemed kind of random, but still, the plot held together for the most part. The ending with Martian Manhunter, I liked that. I liked his introduction. But as we all know, the DC universe is done with Zack Snyder's universe, so for the most part, we will not see any of this anymore. They're moving on with different stories and different. I hope they go into the multiverses here pretty soon. I hope they go into that. I'm tired of them rehashing the old stuff. Let's bring in some new main characters. You know what I'm saying? There's infinite timelines, infinite universes with different types of Supermen, different types of Batman, Wonder Woman. There's universes where they're the evil ones and they're the good ones. And that's where Snyder's verse was going with Kal-El, you know. He goes to the dark side, and Lois Lane gets killed, and he ends up, you know, if you ever played the video games, Injustice. That's kind of where that storyline comes from, the apocalyptic storyline. Lois Lane dies, Superman becomes a bad guy. And he starts hunting down all the other heroes, which is dope. But I feel like it's time to stop. It's time for DC to stop trying to copy Marvel with the big team-ups and the big get-togethers. That's not a... DC's never been good at that. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Dawn of Justice was stupid. Justice League, Snyder's cut was better, but I still felt it was kind of basically just an Avengers ripoff. I have, this is just my opinion. I know some people will disagree, but like I said, I really don't have a use for DC in the cinematic form. Now, where they do have Marvel beating a lot of aspects is the animation. A lot of the DC animated movies and shows are a lot better. Even some of the primetime TV shows are a little bit better. DC's good at that. They're not good. They haven't been able to really put together solid, you know, cinematic universes. And the Dark Knight trilogy does not count. That was a good one. I'll give them that one. I will give them that one. But just the rehashing, retelling of these stories over and over is getting kind of dull. Let's bring some new life into it, you know what I mean? Something new. That's just my opinion. The Zack Snyder's cut is good. I didn't like the 4.3 screen thing going on my TV. That was weird. But it held together. It gave us all the information we needed. It didn't drag out. I'm so glad it didn't drag out. When I saw that it was 4 hours, I thought there was going to be a ton of dragging going on. But they kept it pretty boom, 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 boom. They kept it moving, and I appreciate that. Am I going to watch it again? Probably not for a long time. I still, I give it a higher rating than I did the original. The original I gave 2 stars. This one I'm going to give 3.5. Still could have been better, of course. We can say that about any movie, though. From someone who's not a major cinematic DC fan, it could have been better. Like I said, they should stop trying to copy the big team-ups like Marvel does. And, you know, stick to some good cinematic independent films. If some team-ups should happen to work down the line, that's great. But it all seems kind of forced. You know, it seems like they just kind of forced all this together. And here pretty soon we're getting a whole nother Batman. We've already gotten Joaquin Phoenix's version of the Joker. They're supposedly going the multiverse route with Superman, where we might be introduced to the Black Superman. It's a different character, don't worry, Kal-El still exists. This guy isn't Kal-El, he's someone totally different. Calm down before all y'all start freaking out like little girls. They might go that route. Wonder Woman, her movies, they're decent. Aquaman, not the biggest fan, but the movie wasn't bad. So I think when they do stuff independent, it usually turns out pretty good. But when they try to do these big team-ups, it fails. They did good teaming up on the TV series, though. You know, like Green Arrow and Flash and stuff like that. They did good with that. Those crossovers and team-ups were pretty good. Feel like Marvel slightly beat them out with the Defenders and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage. I thought Iron Fist was trash. But hey, I still think in the animated realm today now DC is winning. Marvel's behind them. TV, I think it's kind of pretty much a draw. DC's maybe a little bit ahead. Cinematic, there's no competition there at all. I'm sorry. Cinematic wise, Marvel's dominating. It is what it is. Do I hope they change their minds about delving deeper into the Zack Snyder world of things? I hope they do, because I really want to see apocalyptic Batman and Deathstroke and all these characters. People who've tried to kill each other multiple times, teaming up to stop somebody that is virtually unstoppable in Superman and Darkseid. And I think Kale wants to see it too. I think that's why she hopped on the bed. She's on board with that. But like I said, the Zack Snyder's cut, I give it 3.5 out of 5. That's me. I know some people's opinions are going to be different. I know a lot of people absolutely loved it. And I'm not saying it's terrible. I'm just saying it had a lot going on, and it was a long movie. You have to I think you really have to be a fan to sit there and really delve into that movie like that. And which I did. Like I said, I watched it twice. I watched it once alone, and then once with my brother. And both times I was entertained, but it still just seems like a lot for one movie. It's got a lot going on. And there was a couple things I didn't like, as I mentioned. But that's all I got for this video. Y'all have a great day, great week, great month, great year, and I will see you in the next one.